Hey guys, I'm Stoney Evans, a teacher librarian here at Lakeside High School.
I'm Caitlin Price, another teacher librarian at Lakeside High School.
And this is our second vlog. And we'll be honest, we had aspirations of creating these, oh my goodness, as often as possible, which has ended up being once a month. And so we're going to shoot to have these at least once a month. Things have been really busy around here. So we've got 4 things we wanted to share with you, just some highlights of things that have been happening in the library. So I think we'll start with our Maker Social Studies project, and we're actually missing a little bit of that right now to create this vlog. But to recap on that, and I think we mentioned it last month because we had just started. So these students picked topics. It could really be anything, but a lot of them picked things from around the Industrial Revolution period. So they could have free reign, Legos, makey, oh my goodness, what am I leaving out? Unity, 3D rendering, software, Minecraft. Really, it was a blank slate. I think they could present their content in any way that they wanted. They all had to make a video to document what they had done, and so they've been doing their presentations today, and they have been fantastic.
They really
what are some of the things? What have been your takeaways?
I've just really been impressed because we took a day and kind of showed them, and these are 8th graders. I think you may have said that.
8th grade social studies, yes.
And we took a day and just kind of showed them all the different things that we could offer. And I think we mentioned last time we're not, experts on everything that we kind of threw at them just as options, and they've really just run with it and taught themselves, and they were in groups, and so they got to work together, and it's just been really cool to see. And they took it back to their classroom for a while and finished up, but the kids would come in every day and want to use the green screen or the our 3D printer or things like that. So we've gotten to help throughout the whole process, but seeing them today and their presentations complete, it's been really, really neat.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to get with the teachers, both Mr. Lee and Coach Lawson, and see if that I can create some kind of a blog post about this and maybe share some of their best content. So if you haven't tried something like this, maybe this is a start. I mean, we still are learning. Already there are things that I'm listening to as I'm seeing the kids' videos, and I'm thinking, oh, that would have been a good lesson for us to present on copyright and making sure that they cite some of the pieces that they've pulled from videos and other things. So I'm already seeing ways that we can improve it, from our standpoint next year if they do this again.
Yeah, and they took them a step further than what we really showed them. Like, they've done different voiceovers and different videos, and like they just found different apps that they could use and would come show them to us. And it's just been really cool.
I've certainly enjoyed seeing their creativity and just how innovative. And I just think that's been a good lesson for me to again know that I don't have to be the expert on everything. That I can get the kids started, help them work through problems and troubleshoot. But almost every time that I've seen anything where students get to share their voice and the things that they're best at, they always come up with content that just blows us away.
Yeah.
So and that's how this has been too.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. And I was going to say something else about that, but I don't remember. We're kind of doing something similar. Do you want to jump to Beijing first and then back to Martian, since they're kind of...
Yeah, we could do that. So about a month and a half ago, I started getting tweets from librarians around Hong Kong and Beijing and Japan, pretty much on the other side of the planet, and noticed that Joyce Valenza had mentioned some of the things that we're doing here, and we got some follows out of it, and I'm very grateful to Joyce for doing that, because when I started seeing those connections and the development of a hashtag that we'll talk about, we'll save that for the end, but at any rate, was able to connect with some librarians in that part of the world immediately, and I was fishing for collaborations. Well, Kristen Billings took me up on that, and we started a Flipgrid because the time difference is just too great between here and Beijing for live face-to-face. But started that process. She got familiar with Flipgrid, and then I connected her with Keith Todd, geography teacher, 9th grade. And they have been collaborating for his students to teach North American geography, culture geography, or not cultural geography, but also, what am I leaving out? Historical geography, and then physical geography. All of those things, his students are broken into teams, very similar to what this maker thing became. And he was actually influenced by this maker project of the two form teachers that we were mentioning, but set it up into groups, and they have been creating all kinds of products, mainly video or Google Slides or PowerPoints, to teach these concepts to year 6 students, year 5 students.
Year 5,
They're 5th grade students in Beijing of Christians. So really excited to see them start posting their materials too. And again, we've seen the same thing. The kids have really done a great job with the content. We brought them in and we shared the things that they could do and have been there to help them. But the kids have been using green screen techniques and videos, and it's been really good.
It's just really shown so much value in makerspace items.
Yes.
You know, and where some teachers are hesitant to kind of open that whole thing, and I understand that, but after seeing some of the things that they can do, wow. I mean, we saw one today. It was Minecraft, and they had created this world, and they did a screen recording, and then they told the whole story through the little characters walking through, that it was about slavery and field workers, and it just showed the whole thing.
It was like a music video.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was really, really. I don't know. It was just really good.
I was impressed.
You got the whole story just through their Minecraft. That was really neat.
And that's where the kids are, and you know, the teachers have gone where the kids are and empowered them, and they had to learn the content where the teachers want them to be. But it was a great bridge, I think, and then we're seeing how, you know, a future ready library, I think, can serve those kinds of things. It's a perfect place to collaborate with these kinds of you know, lessons.
And we've heard these teachers say, you know, students that they couldn't otherwise motivate, they've just taken off because this is their thing, and they're just really doing really well with having these options to choose from.
I'm excited to see, and maybe that's another blog post. I'm way behind on my blog right now. I think you are too, aren't you? So we'll try to tell some of these stories as soon as possible. So transitioning from Beijing to the Martian, we had chemistry teachers, and these are primarily juniors.
Primarily juniors, yeah.
So Mr. Neville and Mrs. Hall approached us about them reading The Martian, so we bought class sets for them to have.
The young adult version.
The young adult version, yes. And they wanted to do some kind of a collaborative. So we set up the library like the Hab, which was the, if you're not familiar with the book, an astronaut gets stranded on Mars. And, you know, his teammates think that he's dead, but he is left there, and he has to use his knowledge of botany and science in general to problem solve and survive for so many days until he can be rescued. So we turned the library as closely as we could. We had an airlock set up for the kids to come into class to kind of set the stage for it. And they, for 2 days, the science teachers, both of them, showed them chemistry experiments, with concepts that were introduced in the book, so really immersed them in that content, and it was really good.
It's a lot of fun.
It was
to get to work with the science.
Yeah, because we don't get to do that very often. But just creating the space for them, and one of the teachers, you know, said, well, you know, we always hear about you guys doing collaborations down here, but coming down here, their minds started to open up to other possibilities, and now we're already talking about maybe doing something with was it his life science class?
Yeah.
For next year. I don't think he wanted to do it this year, but he was already starting to think about some other content that we could do tied in with another book. So it really opened their minds to the possibilities. So we're really excited about that. Anything you wanted to add about The Martian?
It was just I think it was just a lot of fun, and like you said, it changes the climate of the class. And Ms. Hall commented that even not something so big as a collaboration, but just using the space more, it really gets the kids kind of in a different mindset and kind of out of their usual classroom. And I think we'll see them back. I hope. More, I hope so. But it was really neat, the different experiments that they did, and they potted like potatoes and just the different things that they were doing with the bell jar, and the experiments were really, really neat, and the kids were really into it. I heard comments all day long how much the kids really liked it.
I think they were going to try to get comments from the students this week for the impact it had on their learning. So hopefully we'll get to do that again next year. And then I guess to wrap this up, because we're at 10 minutes now, really excited, just kind of following up with the Beijing connection, and Joyce Valenza being at a conference there in Hong Kong. So conversations have obviously been happening for a while, but they are launching the first international TL chat, and it's hashtag INTL chat. The first fast chat is going to happen, if you're in the United States, it's going to be Wednesday night, February the 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you are in Beijing, on Beijing time, it's at like 9 a.m. on March the 1st. That's the time difference. But at any rate, if you can follow that, we invite you to do that. It's hashtag INTL chat, just like TL chat, which is familiar to everyone. Just put that IN on the front of it. And you can follow the conversations that are happening there. And I think then afterwards it's going to be a slow chat because of all of the time differences that are there. But I'm really excited about that because we're always looking to connect, with new friends like Kristen in Beijing and so many others. I think about Elizabeth Hutchinson on the island of Guernsey, and how that has really enriched not only our students' experiences, but our teachers' experiences and our own professionally as we connect with new friends around the country.
Angel Soriano.
Angel Soriano. I mean, there's so many that we could mention. So I'm excited about INTL chat because that's gonna help us be better connectors.
It's a great opportunity.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait to see what happens with that. So I'm going to be there to take part in that Wednesday night. I can't wait, or Thursday morning if you're on the other side of the world. But so that's it. We hit 4 main things. We're over 10 minutes. We always try to keep these around 10 minutes. So we'll try to do this again for the month of March. If we have a chance to do one before, we will. But the way this month has been going, and the way I foresee March coming too, we'll do it as often as we can. And I promise I'll try to get caught up on my newsletter and the blog. I've got some really cool things to share with that. We didn't talk about Outsiders, so maybe next time we can talk about that. But we also did a collaboration with 8th grade ELA with the Outsiders. We've always wanted to do that, and it really came off good. We even had a 1951 Ford truck that a guy brought, and we all dressed like Socs and greasers, and it was a lot of fun. So maybe we can talk more about that on our blogs, and maybe do another one of these in a few weeks and talk a little bit about that. So we hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and until we meet again.